thing, meme, whatever you want to call it, playing behind this will give a brief explanation of what happened. I'm not going to try to go very much further on that. I don't normally talk in these videos, as you guys know. I don't like to, I don't want to, I want to keep my stuff separate from the news stuff. But basically what happened was I was told not to put the stream footage into news videos and to transform it more, which is what you're supposed to do on YouTube. It's every right to request something like that. Anyhow, on with the rest of it. So, regarding the footage you're seeing right now, there is not usable audio for this stuff. It was all music playing in the background really, really loudly, and you could barely, if at all, hear the in-game sounds. There will, however, be some sounds for the new AI guy coming up. I will mark that on the screen for those of you guys who do mute this, and feel free to do so. I do not care. I'd probably do the same thing. Mute it, play your own music, don't care. I'll mark it on the screen when there's going to be actual audio from the stream, because otherwise it was literally just him playing music in the background and killing boars and having Compies show up. Fun times. Now, since I'm not the type to do theory crafting and clickbait and all that junk, basically what I'm just going to do is go through why I chose each piece of footage that I did. The very first clip you guys saw, it's not going to be timed with this anymore because this is just going to be playing in the background. I don't care. It's about 5 AM as I'm working on this. I don't care enough to mess with it that much. The Carno footage with the Compies. That was the first one I showed. A lot of people actually haven't seen the Compies in game. I've seen that mentioned every now and again. They're like, oh, Compies are in the game? There were videos of people actually playing the Compies very, very early on. I think it was around the time the human thing was going on. People were doing their hackiness and playing Compies. But yeah, the Compies are actually in the game. They're just... I've heard they're borked, and I've heard other people say they've seen them and they were fine. Yeah, Compies are in there. They're just chilling. They were broken at one point. I don't know if they're still broken, but they're in there somewhere. Good luck finding them. They're, like, microscopic. That's roughly it on those. There was another portion where he started trying to fix the fish, I believe it was. He went into the water for some reason and it, like, acted like he was on land even though he was a Carno, and it was pretty funky. I was originally gonna cut that because there wasn't much of a reason to have it there, but it was a little interesting, so I was like, okay, let's just leave it in there. It's fascinating to see what kind of stuff goes on, so it stayed in there. After the Compy stuff and the fish thing, I thought there'd be more fish stuff actually, considering the fishes are also borked. There was the little dude, the first proper sighting of it. There was another sighting that I'll show right here. And it was like a flash of the screen. It's a lot shorter than I showed it. I froze the frame there for a while so you guys could see it a little bit better without it just being like flash and it's gone. But he was up flying against the wall somewhere, trying to do his best to escape through the bars he totally could get through, but unfortunately the invisible walls struck and so he wasn't able to escape. So he started roaming around, and then Amarok cut the footage when he was flying around in the trees. Next up was the dev test level, if I recall correctly. And this was other footage that I was going to otherwise be tempted to show. He ran around in the test level for a while. There was footage of the plants moving, which Philippe uploaded on his channel, by the way. I put that in my description a while back. I don't know how many saw it, but Philippe on his channel uploaded stuff regarding the plant pushy, aroundy stuff that he worked on eons ago. There was the door pushing, there was mud, we've already seen mud, and then he went up on a ramp, and that's about it. Fish jumping, really cool. Let's see, after that was the little tiny pterosaur Air Force. I'm not sure what was going on with these little guys, but had I kept the music in, it almost looked like they were jumping in time with the music, but I cannot keep the music in or YouTube's going to smite me, so I guess just take my word for it. My source is dude, trust me. They were bouncing with the music. Ish. It looks like he was trying to fix it. I honestly don't know. He didn't talk throughout the entire stream. That's why you're hearing... well, that's another reason why you're just hearing me. Aside from the few bits of audio I can share, it was all just very, very loud music, as usual. The little guys never got fixed throughout this time. They just kept bouncing around, and after a while he just started multiplying them. And multiplying them, he added some pteranodons in. This is all stuff that I normally would have cut, but to be honest, since I'm gonna have to talk all through this anyway, there's not much point anymore. I'll just keep it right in there. Normally with my videos, I try to keep them short, I try to keep them concise, and I try to just show you guys what there is to show you. That's all I want to do. But yeah, it'd be that way. It's all the ways of the things and the stuff, and you guys know how it is. There wasn't a whole lot this stream at all. As you saw, it was mostly Compies and then the little dude. Again, had the little dude not shown up, I probably wouldn't have even bothered with it, but since the little dude showed up, I guess it's time to start revving up those fryers on the streams again. Hopefully I'll have the art assets ready by the time the next one shows up. I'd been trying to get on that, but it's not there yet, so I'll use what I can, I'll do what I can. It's just gonna be how it is. Anyhow, not much to say on this stuff. There's usually not a whole lot to say on Amarok stuff, honestly. He was testing AI, that's about it. Most of the stream was him killing a boar, then watching and waiting for the Compies to show up. I think he was trying, I'm gonna say that very loudly, I think he was trying to get the little guys to, as in the little pterosaur dudes, to go eat the corpses, and they weren't. And at one point he just sort of stood there next to them, and that's, I think, roughly when he switched to the dev test level. Whether that'll be in the same order in the video, I don't know. But that's roughly what I remember it being. It was about a 2-hour stream, and then it cut off, and I think I got about 20 minutes from it, something like that. This recording's almost 20 minutes. Wow, look at that. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, I've mentioned in the past that I'd have to alter what I did by demand, and it has been done. It will continue to be done. I'll try to refine it as it go along. When there's more interesting stuff going on, I'll probably have more to say, but honestly, there's nothing, absolutely nothing interesting going on. It's just testing the AI, and then you get to see the cute little dude, and he's hovering, and he floats away. That poor little man's trying his best, though. He do be doing his best. Or, well, told after getting, like, 3 different answers in the course of a week. So of course I went with the last answer that made the most sense, because that's how generally YouTube works, and I'm going to stress that a lot. I understand fair use, I understand how it works. Most of the videos I watch, believe it or not, are commentary videos. I don't watch gameplay very much at all. But the standard at the time, so far as the news videos went, and for relaying information was, which as you guys know I basically copied, because that's what the other people were doing, was to put the stream down in highlights and then let the stream speak for itself, basically. However, not everyone is okay with highlights being made out of their streams, and that's fine. That's their choice. That's not... I don't have a problem with that. That's how YouTube works. Again, some podcasts, some streamers, some this, that, or the other do not mind having their stuff used in highlights or whatever else, or compilations, you know. Others do. Not a problem. That's not what I'm talking about. Don't twist my words. The only problem I had then and now was that it wasn't made clear that's what the stance was. Because everyone was doing this thing, and I was doing the same thing for about 2 years, and I'd been told previously, oh yeah, you're fine, your videos are great. Apparently not. I had been doing it wrong the whole time, and so I need to go redo all of that. Which, again, not a problem, I don't mind it. The only problem that comes about is now that all of my audience is used to the particular way I was doing things, because that matched the rest of my channel, and now I have to very abruptly change it. Had I been able to do this 2 years ago, it would have been a lot easier. Most of my audience isn't gonna like this, and I can't blame them. I don't like this sort of commentary stuff either, but it is what it is. I have to do it. I don't have a choice in the matter. I either do it this way or I don't post the streams. That's basically the choices. Because even if I were to make it non-monetized, the YouTube still runs ads on it. It doesn't matter what I do. And then there'd be basically no way of proving it unless I were to start sending screenshots every single time, and... no. It's just not worth it. I'm just gonna do it the way YouTube intended and actually, you know, do stuff instead of just highlight reel, basically. Which there's nothing wrong with that. Lots of channels will still do it. For those of you who somehow lingered this far and didn't mute, there are other channels who still do things the way I did. I would highly recommend going and finding those. I just can't do it anymore, or I'm gonna go get smote or something, who knows. I don't want to deal with it. That's above my level of ability to care. I do this as a hobby, and, well, it's basically a side job now, I guess. No, I don't want to deal with it, so I just be a good little dancing monkey and I do what I'm told. This is what I was told to do, this is what I'm going to do. And it's gonna be a painful learning experience, which again is why I wish it would have been said sooner. Clarification, you know, communication, all of that stuff that we know the Isle's never been good with. I don't know what I expected. I dug this hole for myself, it's all my fault. And I'm not gonna deny that. I just, you know, wish it had been made clear sooner where the stance was on that. But what's done is done, and I can't change it. But unfortunately, I don't have those 2 years back well, 1 year and a half, or however long it's been, I don't know. It's been a while. I don't have that over 1 year of honing my skill in, you know, doing this sort of thing. So now the growing pains are gonna be right here. And I've tried to get better at it by doing my own gameplays and stuff like that. But it's never gonna be quite up to par as other, you know, those energetic ones today. I've never been that type of person, and I don't watch those type of people. The type of people I watch are manly badass hero, ones like that who are just calm. There's moments of silence. It lets you think. But most of the YouTubers these days are, if there's not a single what I mean is, if there's a single second of silence, the audience loses interest. That sort of thing. So they just talk over and over and over and over, and they're all energetic and all that. Unfortunately, that's not me. It's never gonna be me. But that's how it is. So this is what we're getting. Anyhow, that's it. I think I'm done here. My work is complete. My job done. My lane maintained. My skin moisturized. I'm outies. Good night, everyone, or good morning, or whatever time it is by the time you see this. And I hope you enjoy. Goodbye!
Thank you.